Okay guys, I know I'm not on my regular spot for movie news, but I'm visiting my parents for the weekend, so sorry about the backdrop, and if the microphone quality is not as good, it's because I'm using this thing. So anyways, I thought I wanted to get out a news episode because I just saw that Tom Holland has come out and said in a recent interview that Spider-Man No Way Home was looked at as the last of the Spider-Man franchise for Marvel and in the MCU. And we know in a few weeks ago that reports came out saying that him and a few other cast members were a bit teary-eyed towards the end of filming, and this would be the last film on his Marvel contract as well. So we've known for a few months now that things were maybe going to bubble over that he wouldn't be able to get a new contract. But in this recent interview that he's done, he's said a few funny words that have made me look at things differently, and he kept repeating that if he was lucky enough to get a call or lucky enough to get a new contract, he would be, happy to go on and keep reprising his role as Spider-Man. But that makes me think that he hasn't had the call yet. And that's a little weird because usually we know before the last film comes out that they've signed on for a new contract. We saw that with Robert Downey Jr. We saw that with heaps of the actors throughout Marvel's history. When it comes to their last movie, before it comes out, they sign the contract to reprise their roles. But clearly that hasn't happened yet. Do I think that he won't come back as Spider-Man? Probably not. I think they will offer him another contract, but clearly they haven't yet. And this could all just be sort of a publicity and press stunt to bring people in to watch the film and be like, oh my god, this is the last one, everything's going to be crazy. But also, if you look at things in a different way, it could just mean it's the last of that type of Peter Parker and that type of Spider-Man. And that's where I'm going to go with this interview, with this news, is that I think Spider-Man's going to change so much from the multiverse that this will be the end of this kind of saga for Spider-Man, and there may be a long hiatus till the next Spider-Man film, and he'll just be in sort of crossover movies, or if they do another Avengers, that type of stuff. So that's where I think his career is going to go with the MCU, and it's not going to be that he just leaves, because I think they really enjoy him, have clearly set him up to be a leader for Marvel moving forward, so I don't think they're going to let him go just yet. And all this talk about a new contract and this being the last of his contract could just be publicity and press leading into the film to get as many eyeballs as possible, and then after the film they go, oh, you know what, he's signed on to do 4 or 5 more movies. Do I think he'll do a third contract after that? Probably not, because I don't think that'd be good for his career, but I do think he'll sign on again because they've pretty much given him a career at this point and he owes them a lot, and I think he probably has a lot of love in his heart for Marvel, so I could see him signing another contract. But anyways, back to this news as well. I do think that maybe if he were to leave Marvel, it wouldn't be so bad. Even leaving after this film and going, maybe that might be the best decision. Because lately I have seen that Marvel have been doing heaps of shows and heaps of films, and as I like that as a Marvel fan, it seems to be a bit much, and I think many people are sort of getting marveled out, and this Spider-Man is going to be amazing and it's going to make so much money, but maybe a 4th or a 5th just might be a bit of an overkill, and I think he might want to watch out for that with his career. So I do think leaving now wouldn't be a bad decision, because he'd be able to explore other characters and other movies and grow as an actor, as an artist, but I mean, he probably won't. But I'm not to say that that would be a bad decision if he was to leave now. But yeah, once again, I probably don't think he would leave. But do I think it's interesting what he's been saying in this recent interview? Yeah, because usually we've seen them sign the contract before the last film comes out, and clearly he hasn't done that, and that could be for 2 reasons. One, Marvel are looking to go in a different direction, or maybe tone down on the whole Avengers idea and all these Spider-Mans, and kind of have an end and a wrap to this sort of saga with the whole multiverse thing, and this all blows up in their face and they're able to kind of come to a close, or Marvel changes forever moving forward in this one movie. So it could change completely where they don't need Tom Holland again, or it could just be publicity and he'll sign on again. So yeah, once again, it's up in the air, but I do think what he's been saying has been really, really interesting. So I just thought I'd want to touch on that, and let me know what you guys think in the comments, if you think he'll leave, or if leaving would be bad or good decision for him to make in his career at this point, or if you think he'll stay and play Spider-Man for as long as he can. Yeah, just let me know in the comments, because I'm really interested to hear what you guys think. I'm sorry about this backdrop once again. I'll see you guys on Tuesday for a proper movie news episode in my regular studio setup. Once again, thank you guys for listening.